Welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Featuring Gus Sorola.
Is there any other functionality associated with that? Can you view a list?
Geoff Ramsey.
Was completely befuddled by the idea of where to save something or what to call it.
Joel He-Man.
I feel pressure that we shouldn't suck now after that song.
And Burnie Burns.
I'm Diane Lane.
The Drunk Tank.
It's a Geoff
It's also a
Ramsey.
Geoff. It turns out computers can't pronounce Jeff either.
Guess not.
Geoff Ramsey. All right, hand me that, would you?
What do you want? You want your drink?
I do want my drink.
Hey, everyone's going. How's everyone going? This is a drunk tank.
Hey!
Hey, did you ask me how I'm going?
How are you going?
How are you going?
What, are you from Australia?
Yeah, you're Australian now. All of a sudden. How you going?
That's one letter off. How you doing?
I'm tired. How about you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm not tired in the least because I didn't take the red eye back from Seattle.
Bernie said that we should all take the red eye back, that we could be back in Austin by 10 a.m. from PAX, and then he didn't take it.
Well, he booked it. He just changed his plan. Took it at the last
The
minute.
last day, he's like, you know what? I'm not going to fly out from Seattle at 11:30 tonight. You guys knock yourselves out.
Well, you guys, we finished breaking down the booth at PAX Sunday evening. You guys went straight to the airport, and I went to Gold Class Cinemas in Redmond, Washington, and watched Inglourious Bastards. Inglourious Bastards.
And how was it?
Inglourious Bastards was awesome, and the cinema is fantastic. Thanks for asking, Gavin.
You're very welcome.
It's good. I highly recommend seeing the movie.
I feel uncomfortable with anybody speaking well of a theater that's not Alamo. Seems like you're cheating on them in some way.
No, I hear you. I feel you. But it's totally different.
The cat's opening the door.
Why is he opening the door? Why is he going in the closet? He can go poop in there?
Get
Get
the cat out of there?
Get him out of there.
Don't let the cat go in there and poop. But I feel you, Jeff, when you say that you don't want to talk nicely about a theater that's not the Alamo.
Kick him out.
But it's a totally different deal than the Alamo. Like, the Alamo is kind of hip and cool. Gold Class is upscale. It's like, you know what? I got my girl. I want to go out somewhere nice. I want to pay $30 a ticket to go see a movie.
Whoa.
And then you sit in these recliners that recline like all the way back. And there's only, I think, quick count, only about 24 seats in the whole theater.
Is there a place where you can recline a seat fully down and then watch a movie on the ceiling? Is there a place where you can do that? Because that would be awesome.
Gavin, that's all you.
Maybe the dentist's office?
I can recommend a theater. Cost $50 a seat. There are only 2 seats. Intimate space, about 1,000 square feet. Smaller screen, but it's called My Living Room, and I'll let you watch any movie you want there for $50 a head.
Will you also come and serve me drinks and
Yes,
stuff?
super private, and I have my British butler available most weeknights.
I thought he went home.
No.
Yeah,
He's sitting. I'm staring at you right
I hear
now.
you're down to one British butler now.
Yeah,
Yeah, we lost one.
Jordan
personalized service.
really likes it because they offer you a blanket as soon as you sit down, which to her is the greatest thing ever because she's a woman, which means she's cold everywhere she goes.
And being a woman, she probably complains constantly as well.
That she's cold?
Yeah. Or about everything.
It's because of the reptile blood.
Let's move on to Gus's segment real quick. Gus, is something you want to talk about?
No. I can't say anything anymore. My wife started listening to the podcast when she realized I talk about her. So.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's not good.
So no, I love women. Women are great. They equal rights and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna open a beer.
But they used to have, Gavin asked if there was a place where you could lay down and watch a movie. They used to have, back in the day, the planetarium. Did you ever go to those? They were like, you'd go into a dome.
Yeah, they still have those.
Yeah, but it was like, I don't know, maybe because I'm not 12 anymore, I don't end up at the planetarium, but they seem like they were a much bigger deal.
You know, you mentioned a planetarium. The last time we went down to New Zealand, the day we landed, my wife and I were really tired. You know, you have that crazy jet lag, and we wanted to just like take a quick nap. And we were in Auckland, and we thought, oh, there's a planetarium there. Great, we go in there. It's going to be totally dark. We sleep for like 30 minutes while they do their presentation. Then we can get out refreshed after our little nap. So we go in, we pay, we enter the planetarium, and we quickly realize that it's a tiny planetarium. There's like 30 school desks set up inside of it. We're like, oh, shit, this is small. And it's not very comfortable either. So we sit down, then we wait, and like the lights dim. And then a dude walks in to give the presentation. Like, it's not even over a loudspeaker. It's like a class. And the dude walks in and starts talking to us. It's like me and my wife and, like, this one other chick who are in there. And he's, like, sitting right in front of us staring at us. And it was the hardest 30 minutes to stay awake in my life.
Whoa.
So you took a class.
Yeah, essentially, I took a class in the planetarium.
Did he say, how are you going?
He might have.
What game has a planetarium level in it? It's running. I'm running through the level in my head right now. I was lost in the game, and I can't figure out what fucking game it was.
Hit pause and take a look.
It's a 360 game. What is it?
Was it like Vegas or something?
No.
Pac-Man.
No,
Downloadable on arcade.
I hope somebody that's listening to this knows what I'm talking about and can write in and let me know, because it's too hard for me to Google.
It's Pac-Man.
An Xbox 360 game with a planetarium level.
It's probably.
Fallout 3.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a planetarium level in Fallout 3.
No.
There is?
Nope.
Yeah, where you run around. It's in the. It's one of those big buildings, like the library. Not the library, but one of those big buildings, and there's like an observation area. And it's got like 3 levels, planetarium thing in the middle. Yeah. Swear to Christ.
So, whoa, that's serious.
I do, though.
Podcast just took a very serious turn. Somebody's going to hell when they find out. It turns out it's in Prince of Persia.
I'll take the risk.
So speaking of video games, I guess we should probably talk about PAX and all the wonderful things that we saw at PAX this weekend.
Okay.
And congratulations to everyone in this room for not catching the PAX SARS or whatever that is.
PAX Pox?
PAX Pox.
Yeah, man, that's serious. Like Luke, Jack, Ben, who else? A ton
Everybody.
of people. Everybody has it. Yeah.
My Twitter
DMzilla has it.
Uh-huh.
It's like I said, it was like my Twitter feed is now like reading the first 50 pages of The Stand.
The best part.
You can see like it's like an outbreak. You can see it like spreading.
You
between-
can.
Yeah.
Like, we had to cancel gaming night because 3 of the people that were at PAX came down with something, you know? And then somebody else says, boy, I've been coughing a lot today since I got back from PAX.
Hey, here's a hint. Wash your fucking hands.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
dude. It was a great way to wake up Friday morning, though. We woke up Friday morning and walked out of our hotel room, and there's like a USA Today waiting for us, or like the Seattle paper, whatever it is. And the headline above the fold is 2,000 WSU students sick.
It was actually...
Sick with swine flu symptoms.
Yep.
I remember the headline verbatim because it
Yeah.
was such a scary headline because you open the hotel door, you stare at it, and it says, swine flu rages at WSU. And it's
There
like,
you go.
holy God.
2,000 students.
It's like you want to save the paper for when you shoot an apocalyptic movie, and it's the one you let roll down the street, the empty street, you know?
Dude. That being said, I bet Friday morning was test day, right? 2,000 students woke up and were like, I also have swine flu. Please no chemistry final.
Yeah, it was like they're just going back. It's going to be bad. Like, it'll come back pretty hard, they say, in the winter and with school.
I was reading that it started a lot earlier than they anticipated to, and that's extra troubling. So,
Not good.
Not good.
Not good. And I wonder, is it better to catch it now, or is it better to wait?
Or before it mutates.
How about this? Will we be sitting here 3 months from now staring at the space where Gus or Burnie used to be?
Don't say it.
Lamenting this conversation?
There'll be a large space left if it's the space where Burnie used to be.
Man, you.
Well, this room will be
That section's staying.
lots of room.
You could hire 2 healthy people.
I just want to know for the record, I think you look fine, Burnie.
Thanks, dude.
I wonder,
problem.
I wonder if this is how Left 4 Dead 2 started.
You know,
Let's not find out.
we tend to be pretty sarcastic. We assume that the people who come to our booth and come to our panel, we assume that they're in on the joke, right?
Yes, I would think so.
Like, I got kind of called out. I was on a panel with a dude who runs the PlayStation Network, and then some people who run Trixie and KP, who are big Xbox Live community managers. Mm-hmm. And somebody stood up and asked a question that really, honestly, we had already covered during the spoken part of the panel, and then during the Q&A, he got up and asked, like, how do you handle trolls? And I gave a very funny, sarcastic answer.
I'd love to hear it.
I tried to give a very funny, sarcastic answer. It was just, he said, how do you deal with trolls who come to your website? How do you make your website better deal with trolls? And I said, take your website and move it off the internet, which is just, you know, I mean, because we'd already done a long conversation about how we handle trolls and how we handle banning and stuff like that.
Sure.
But then the other panelists were like, that was really mean. Why would you be so mean to I was like, oh, yeah, this isn't one of our panels.
Yeah.
I guess I should be a little nicer.
Apparently the rest of the world's populated by pussies. I think a joke.
Well, you know, my whole thing, too, is that, like, when you go to the panels and the Q&A, it's, and I don't know that this guy was that way, but it's very clear when some people are getting up and it's more of a performance Q&A. They're not there to ask a question. They're just there to be at the microphone and kind of, you know, perform.
Absolutely.
For lack of a better term, it's called a masturbatory interrogative. And
I like where this is going.
yeah, and you can tell when the audience knows, you
Yeah.
know, that the audience is like, we already talked about this, so it's better just to, like, you know, give a quick little funny answer and then move on, you know?
Move on to the real questions.
Yeah, but I actually I really did feel bad. I was like, wow. And then I kind of bashed other social networking stuff during the panel too, which they were from corporate America, you know, they're coming from the corporate angle where they're just trying to expand. They have a product that their thing is based around, whereas our perspective was we're like the grassroots independent representative on that panel. And I was just saying, you can spend all your time on Facebook and Twitter trying to grow an audience, but then your audience or your community's on Facebook and Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
You're going to lose your identity in the process. And, God, I think we go blue in the face talking about that sometimes, don't we?
I feel like we've told some people we've told some people that repeatedly, and they don't listen.
Yeah.
And
So,
they end up dispersed all over the place.
yeah, people just don't want to hear it, I guess,
How
Too
depressing.
bad, idiots.
Yeah.
You should have listened.
Well,
whoever you may be.
Luckily, Left 4 Dead 2 was not depressing.
Dude, you want to talk about Left 4 Dead 2?
Speaking
I
of
do want to
infected
talk
people,
for Left 4 Dead 2. I tried to segue already earlier. Y'all fucking shot me down. We got to play it the other day out there when we were out there in Seattle.
Yeah, Gus and I were lucky enough to get invited to this Microsoft community event where they just took a bunch of members of like Xbox websites and stuff, and they took us all up to Microsoft and gave us essentially 6 hours with a bunch of games. The number 1 and 2 being ODST and Left 4 Dead. And Gus and I think we've played a fair bit of ODST already, and we played a fair bit that game too. But then eventually we weaned ourselves off to Left 4 Dead 2, and goddamn, dude, anybody that's complaining about that game coming out too soon needs to be needs to be shot.
No, they just need to play the game.
They
just
need to
see
play
it.
the game.
It's really, really good.
Does it look like a different game, or does it look like an expansion of the same
now,
game?
what do you mean by that?
Like,
Does it look like a different game?
Like Gears of War 1 and 2. Like, if you just showed me a clip of generic gameplay, I wouldn't be able to tell which one it was.
Now, let me ask you a question, though. Is that a problem? Does that bother you?
No, I'm not saying it's a problem. I love that.
Okay.
They've kept in everything that works, and they've
Right.
added better stuff, so it's fine.
It looks very much the same, but you could probably quickly tell which you're looking at based on zombies and weapons.
Right, well, it's the same with Gears. I mean,
Right.
you can see some things as, it's Gears too.
and
But
of course
if it's just like
levels.
generic walking around, kind of gun out, would you be able to tell?
It feels a lot more massive to me and less linear
Okay.
playing it than Left 4 Dead 1. Like, I guess it's like the first act of
You were playing Dark Carnival.
Dark Carnival, right? Very quickly, you start like on a highway, kind of like a similar start to Left 4 Dead 1, and then you're almost immediately in like a 2-story motel, and there's like 80 rooms in that motel, and you can go in every fucking room. I got lost for like 20 minutes walking around there.
Yeah,
it
it
was
takes
crazy.
a while to figure out
Are they
where you're
just
supposed to go.
are they just empty rooms, or like zombie-filled rooms?
It depends, dude. It depends.
Cool.
And you can find hidden stuff in there, all kinds of junk. But yeah, it was awesome. And then the first time you see the new special infected, you're blown away.
Yeah, there's 3 new special infected. There's the Charger, who's like a tank who runs real fast and pins you to the ground and slams you. There's the Jockey, who jumps on the survivor's back and rides them around.
Yeah, that's by far my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite. And then the Spitter, who spits like noxious gas onto the ground.
I'm not really clear on the spitter. What the spitter?
He like spits that green stuff on the ground, and if you walk over or in that area, you take damage.
But it doesn't attract other zombies like the boomers.
No,
boom
I don't
right?
think so.
Is it is it a spitter, a boy, or a girl? Because Gus and I couldn't remember.
I never got a good look at the Spitter. You thought it was a female zombie, but I never really saw.
Burnie, do you know?
Yeah, I know, but I'm kind of like, I think I've played more of the game than you guys have. So
Well, we definitely saw. I mean, I came up against like 6 or 7 spitters. I just wasn't paying attention. And then we're gonna have Luke make a comic about it, and I can't remember if it's a guy or a girl. I don't want to be inaccurate.
of what I've seen, it's a very ugly-looking girl.
Okay.
Very like saggy tits and like really
Whoa, man, nice.
disturbing.
Worse than the witch.
Oh yeah,
She's kind of hot.
Which
no,
is
she's
hot.
kind of hot. Yeah.
Gross.
And then there's also now a new thing where there's like uncommon, common zombies.
Yeah, I'm not too clear on how that worked either.
It's like it's not necessarily a special zombie, but it's just like a regular zombie who's a little different. Like
So-
in the Dark Carnival, there was a clown, and he would like walk around. You could hear him like his shoes were like squeaking, and he would attract like a bunch of zombies around him as a result of the noise.
So is it kind of like in Dead Rising when you have those zombies with the bee on their back?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
And
Okay.
he was harder to kill too, right? But he didn't have any special powers. He
He
wasn't.
just
any-
attracted zombies.
Yeah. Anyway, that was pretty cool.
So are you? Can you play all these new special infected in versus
We
mode?
couldn't play versus. All we had available to us at the event was campaign.
Dude, if you can though, and I'm assuming you can,
Jockey would be
jockey
fun,
is
right?
going to be the way to go,
Just
man.
run
Because you
people
just
around.
like the first time I encountered a jockey, he jumped on my back and ran me right off a cliff.
Yeah, like-
it was awesome to be a part of.
We were playing co-op, and there were 3 of us that were still alive. And the jockey jumped on Jeff's back and started walking him away. So I started running over to help him. Then a charger came out and pinned the other dude. And so I had to kill the charger. The dude was incapacitated. I picked the other dude up. I looked around for Jeff, and the jockey had walked him like off a cliff into a river. Like,
I was
by
like-
the time I got over there, like I got to Jeff right as he bled out and died.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, they have designed the new special infected. It seems like to separate you. Like even the spitter, it cuts you off from an area.
Yeah.
So like you can't enter an area until that acid or whatever that stuff is dies.
Yeah, and like you said, and the charger will grab you and run with you till he hits a wall, and then like hit you into the wall or start hitting you into the ground. So again, it's a zombie picking you up and like running you away from the group.
When he hits you, apparently he will run in a straight line until he hits something else. Mm-hmm. And so if there's a clear shot, which there aren't a lot of those in Left 4 Dead, but he can take you a very long way.
Yep.
What was that?
It was a controller back there.
Oh, okay. But I will say this: when you asked Gav, does it look different? I can tell you that you played ODST, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, did that look like Halo 3 to you? I mean, they're basically an expansion or a sequel of a current hit, like Gears and Gears of War 2, Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, and now Halo 3 and Halo 3. It's called Halo 3 ODST.
Yeah.
But it's awesome, And then when you actually play and you play the campaign and use that visor, that's incredible.
That's really incredible.
It's like a totally different game. But in Left 4 Dead 2, there isn't a single aspect of that game that they didn't update. Talking characters, weapons, enemies, environments, everything's different.
Yeah, I was a little skeptical about the new melee weapon system. Like I was like, oh, I'll never use those. That seems stupid. The second I picked up a sword, I don't think I used a gun again.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Seriously? Yeah, I just ran around because you don't run out of ammo, and it's just like you're just like mowing through rows of zombies.
But you do get tired over time, right?
Nope.
Oh, you don't?
You just fucking keep swinging.
I only picked up a guitar and I used it for a few minutes, and I switched it back for a
God, once I had that, I swear I did not switch back to a weapon
That's
to a
awesome.
gun after that.
Where'd you get that sword?
It was by the. I'm sure it's different all the time, but it was by the the carousel in Dark Carnival.
Okay. Yeah, that was the other thing we talked about with Left 4 Dead. Is one of the criticisms the original game had was that it's only 5 maps, which we all knew was ridiculous. Or was it 4 maps?
4 maps.
Yeah, it's only 4 maps, which it was 5 maps inside of all of those 4 maps. And they had every possible environment that I could imagine in Left 4 Dead.
Oh, so when you say it's ridiculous, you're saying people who say there's only 4 maps are ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
People who say that's ridiculous. We were trying to brainstorm at one point what environments could they possibly put into Left 4 Dead 2 that they didn't have in Left 4 Dead.
And we came up with like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And then, but you play for the first 5 minutes in Left 4 Dead 2, and you're already in like that motel environment. It's awesome.
That creepy motel, like looking down. It's one of those kind that like where all the doors face to outside, it's not an interior. You face outside, and there's that crappy swimming pool in the middle of the motel.
It's the hotel in every single horror movie ever made.
Yeah.
You have Vacancy and Vertigo, Psycho, and all of them. Yeah.
One thing I liked about Left 4 Dead 1 was some of the walls would just suddenly burst open with zombies. Does that happen in Left 4 Dead 2?
I know for a fact
Like
in
destructible
the
scenery.
motel there was one wall like that once it got broken down, that's how you had to go for your path.
I think it came broken down though, but I could be wrong.
Was it already broken down? Oh shit!
But I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
I mean,
we didn't play.
we spent a
all
lot
the
of time
levels.
outside.
Yeah.
Did you guys run into anything else, like weapon-wise, besides melee weapons? Like anything cool?
There were guns. Seems like all the guns were a little different. Pistols. I saw a couple of melee weapons. I know I used the sword, but I did see another one.
The loading screens talked about stuff that we didn't see in the game.
Right.
So
Oh,
I don't know
really?
if I feel comfortable saying. I mean, they said anything that we saw we were clear to talk about, but I never encountered those things. in
Yeah,
the
like
game,
when it gives
so
you tips, like pull the right trigger to fire. Like there was stuff listed there that
we never saw. That
we never saw in
sounded
the
really
game.
cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Cool.
So-
Well, I would say this fall I'm gonna get Beatles Rock Band for sure.
Yeah, we'll get it tomorrow for the office. I think. Right?
I think I got like 3. I'm even buying a PS3 Slim now, so I've got to get Beatles Rock Band. Definitely gonna get ODST. Definitely gonna get Left 4 Dead 2. And then what else is there that we saw?
Modern Warfare 2.
Oh my God.
We didn't see that, but
Yeah.
it looks like a great game.
Oh, dude, I don't want to go all over the place, but Red Dead Redemption, that comes out early next year. That's going to be fucking fantastic. That's the new Rockstar game.
Yeah.
It's like Grand Theft Auto in the Old West. And it's hard to explain how cool that game was. The entire world, it's big. First off, it looks like it's about twice as big as Grand Theft Auto 4. And the entire world is interactive. I don't even know how to describe it. It's really, really cool. Yeah.
Well, the weird thing about that is that sounds like Gun, first of all, and then secondly, it seems like it would really be an open world because the Wild West, there's like 5 building towns.
Dude, yeah. Well, there's a lot of little settlements and stuff, right? But you can be like riding along, and then you see a mountain off in the distance, like as far away as a mountain would be, and you can ride all the way up to that mountain, and it's there.
Wow.
And there's shit going on. It's crazy big.
Mountain shit going on?
Mountain shit going on, dude.
Get up there.
There's like-
One of the days, we were waiting. Jack and I were waiting in line to get some coffee before the hall opened, and we started talking to the people around us in line. And it turned out that the
Hey, do
girl,
you guys just want to knock off all the controllers right
I
now?
don't know what's going on back here.
it turned out that the girl in line in front of us was working over at the Scribblenauts booth. So we went over with her and checked out Scribblenauts, and that game has a lot of. It's surprisingly fun. There's a lot of stuff you can do in it.
I have no. All I've heard is good things about the game. No clue what that game is about.
Yeah, like I just played a level and they were like, you can type whatever you want, drop whatever you want in the game. And I was like, okay. It's like, let's see if there's a unicorn. So it's like, okay, there's a unicorn. I can ride it. I was like, okay, let's put a rainbow in the sky. Okay, there's a rainbow in the sky.
What about a dick?
How is that a game? I didn't see it, so I don't know. I hear tons
you
of
just like
praise
go
for
around
it.
exploring, trying to collect starites. It's like Super Mario Sunshine
Sure.
or whatever. We just collect stuff, but you can.
Is it
add
that kind of
whatever you
game
want
where
to
you
the
walk
game.
around like that?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a Super Mario kind of game.
Right.
What, and you
then
type stuff and stuff appears?
Right.
What about ballsack?
I don't know that would be there, but there are tons of stuff.
What's wrong with you?
This isn't. Yeah,
don't
that would
know.
be the game of Gavin's dream.
I didn't do this, but I saw in one of the demo videos, like they're walking through a level. The person wrote time machine, and a time machine appears. The person got in it, went back in time to that same level, but like in the past,
Shit,
and then
that's
like
crazy.
encountered like
Oh my God.
like people from the past in there, like completed a little quest and went back in the time machine and came back to present time.
I'm
that's-
confused.
That's
Yeah, it's so weird.
and it's on a tiny little DS screen. That's nuts.
Yeah.
I also played. I don't know if anybody else checked it out, but I played Dante's Inferno. Did you guys take a look at that game?
Nope.
That was crazy fun. That's going to be a really good game. We should definitely check that out.
I saw. I was kind of happy for these guys. It's kind of a smaller game company that's putting out an MMO, and it was really fun. It's called World of Warcraft Cataclysm.
Gus and I did.
The booth was really empty, the whole PAX, but
Yeah.
I got a chance to sit down and play, and it was a lot of fun.
Dude, that was really cool. We watched. You and I checked out the Worgen starting area, and then also the Goblins.
I'm kidding. That place was a fucking madhouse. I got there an hour before the hall opened to finally play it.
I felt like watching that Worgen starting area and the missions that guy was doing. It felt totally different than WoW to me. Like the quest givers were interactive in the quests. It was
Right,
really kind of
mhm.
interesting. Yeah, it's like something I hadn't seen in WoW yet. It was really cool.
Yeah, I went back later when I went by myself and I played the Goblin starting area, which kind of felt like WoW that I've seen already, like a jungle, tropical, lush
Mm-hmm.
setting. And it definitely felt different than Duskhaven, which was the Worgen starting area. But
Yeah.
it's still, the quest, they did a lot more phasing, and it seemed like the quests were a lot more interactive.
Yeah, and like quests affect the map, right?
Right.
Which was kind of cool.
Right.
Like yeah, that was kind of neat. You don't really see that a lot in WoW.
What's a Worgen?
Those are the werewolf-like
werewolf.
characters.
Wolfman?
They're in the Sepulchre, right? Around that area?
South of there.
South of the Sepulchre. I also saw. I don't know if anybody saw this. There was a game called Split Second. It's a Disney racing game. It's essentially a Burnout clone, but it has an interactive and destructible world around it, which was pretty fucking cool.
What's so
to
like
see,
if you
too.
trashed it up, would it stay?
Yeah, like you can like knock down shit, and then like also like I was watching this kid race around on an airfield, and he went too far left, and a plane landed and ran into him like a jetliner. It was pretty cool. There's a lot of that kind of stuff. Like you're not only dodging the race cars, but you're dodging like buildings falling over and shit.
Oh,
It's
wow.
pretty neat.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there wasn't even a big line for it. I mean, I hadn't heard of it. I just kind of stumbled into it, and it was really awesome.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Did you guys get a chance to see any of the Old Republic stuff?
No.
No, those were all like demonstrations that you had to show up for at a specific time, and
Same thing with Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell.
yeah, we were normally tied up and couldn't get away for that long.
I will say Splinter Cell looks like one of the best games coming out, though, too. I mean, just based off the stuff you and I saw at Comic-Con, Gus. I'm still really excited about that.
They're both Ubisoft, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So you say
They got a good.
Ubi?
Ubi.
What do you say?
Ubi.
Ubisoft.
Whatever.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Ubi Dooby.
You be gentle.
I say Ubisoft too.
Hey,
You
high
and
five.
We're brothers.
We'll add a high five sound effect there because we didn't actually do one.
I'd say the
There it is.
funniest booth that Gus and I must have spent 30 minutes watching was Darksiders, which also looks
Oh,
like a fun
man.
game. They had a mechanical bull.
Well, it was a mechanical horse.
A mechanical horse is like one of the four horsemen's horse. And watching people try to ride that thing, people that shouldn't be riding it, was a lot of fun.
Did you get up there?
No.
Oh, so you're just standing on the sidelines of life,
We were
laughing
standing
at
at
other people.
mocking it, like, what do we call that one guy? The Qui-Gon Jinn guy?
Oh man,
Was he dressed like Qui-Gon Jinn?
Yeah.
It was whatever.
Whatever.
Qui-Gon,
Qui-Gon
Qui-Gon
Binge.
Binge.
You guys are
The dude was fat.
you guys are fucking heartless. Heartless.
Oh, but yeah, I can't believe they allocated that much space to just like a mechanical bull in their booth.
It was fun to watch, though.
It's a huge booth.
They weren't. We figured they'd take it easy on people with that bull, but I guess by the end, they just didn't give a shit, or they were sadistic because they were knocking people around. I saw some girl get fucked up. It was awesome.
I read an article. I was going to make a joke that they were probably filming a reality show there, and you signed a waiver that you could appear. They're probably just making you jiggle around. But I read an article where. Are Gabe and Tycho doing a reality show?
What?
Yeah, they're doing a reality show.
Like on TV?
I don't know. They were talking about... I read an article with them on...
Is that what that comic was about?
Gamma Sutra or something like that? And they said they were interviewing them while their reality crew was around them with boom mics and television cameras.
Wow.
It's pretty interesting.
They're pretty funny guys.
They're very funny guys.
Yeah.
Man. Tycho had a baby.
Yeah, I heard about that. He had a baby and was back at the event.
Yeah.
That day.
Well, he had a big panel, in their panels they fill that whole room. That's like, well, how many people do you think fill that room? That main
Goddamn,
theater.
I don't even know, dude. It was bigger this year than ever before. I'm going to say like 100,000 people.
there was 12 million people in the main theater.
It was a lot.
Yeah, so Kurtz took over a little bit for Tycho for one of their panels, and then Tycho was able to make it back for it. So that was really cool to come back, I thought.
That's kind of the worst part about, or one of the worst parts about PAX is when you're there, you're working the booth, so you don't really get the opportunity to go and check out other panels.
Nope.
Like, I've only seen Gabe and Tycho 2 or 3 times over the 6 years now.
Yep.
That we've done PAX, and it's always sad that I don't get to see them.
I try to go to as many panels as I can. That's my new thing. I like to go to panels at Comic-Con because we never did that stuff before. We just walk the exhibition floor.
Right.
And it's pretty fun to go to panels and see, what people are talking about and seeing what people are interested in. But I didn't go to any gaming panels. It seems like if I'm going to do that, I just go play the game on the floor.
Yeah, I feel like I went by the Ubisoft. That's me opening another beer, by the way. I went by the Ubisoft panel, or the Ubisoft Assassin's Creed Splinter Cell Conviction lineup panel, and there were like 10,000 people in line. And I was like, why the fuck would you wait probably 3 hours in line to look at 4 minutes of video game footage that you're going to see on the internet tomorrow anyway, in HD?
Well, if you're lucky like me, you get a frag doll to tell you to fuck off.
Oh, dude, that was funny.
I got the cold shoulder, man.
That was great.
That was pretty funny. They were doing something cool.
Leading up to that cold shoulder, it was awesome.
Yeah, they were doing something really cool. They were walking around in white Assassin's Creed 2 hoodies. And they all had their hoodies up, and they were walking like a group of monks from Assassin's Creed, like in a group.
Like all bundled really tightly together.
And it was cool and kind of weirdly creepy.
It was really creepy. Like, as soon as Burnie, because you and I were walking over, and as soon as we saw it, we both had like the same reaction. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was like being in a video game when you weren't expecting to be, and it was really kind of bizarre.
It was kind of like a Mega 64 thing.
Yeah,
Kind of. And we were just walking along, and then I realized they started taking their hoods down when they got to the event, and I realized it was the frag dolls. And so it was Brooke. I said, I go, God, that's really funny. That's brilliant what y'all are doing. And what did she say?
She turned to me and says, "You don't have any idea what we're doing."
Like, fuck off, dude. I was like, wow.
Like, all right.
Wow. So
you got your head bitten off.
I did, man. Apparently, I was compliments were not due. I guess at that point in time, I was not complimenting during the appropriately assigned complimenting period.
Did you ever figure out what they were doing?
Who gives a fuck? They were marketing a game and being awesome girl gamers. I mean, I'm sure. Who cares?
The later, like towards the end of the event on Sunday. Speaking of Brooke, Brooke and Amy came by the booth to say hi, and I showed them those things. I'm not going to say their names, but I showed them those cheating devices.
That's fucking bullshit.
That they were selling at the booth, and they both looked like I punched them after I showed them that.
Dude, speaking of punching,
they said that we found these devices that they were selling at PAX that you can add into your Xbox controller that make all of your triggers rapid fire, which seems like total bullshit to me. And I showed it to Brooke and Amy, and like they just looked really sad. And I said, well, at least at professional gaming events, the event supplies controllers, right? And Brooke and Amy said, no, at professional gaming events you bring your own controller.
Well, that's so stupid.
Yeah. They'll have to change that.
They're gonna have to change that.
Yeah, but it's not a new thing. These things have been around for ages.
No, it is weird that in the middle of a gaming exhibition, they would have a cheating device. Like, how did they get approved to be there? That's like when we went to Comic-Con the first year, and we were next to booths that were bootlegging RVB discs, along with, of course, tons of other bootleg discs. It just seems weird that would be in there. Mm-hmm. And Comic-Con has cleaned that up. I can't imagine that I can't imagine they knew what they were there to sell.
Yeah, and I can't. You were talking about people getting punched out. I can't imagine every game developer at that event didn't walk over and punch out every single dude at that booth.
Yeah, these guys were kind of hidden in another booth. Like the booth
true.
they were in was like selling gaming headsets or something, and then these guys were like there was a sign that was like all of our controllers are modified with this device. And we tried it out. Jeff and I played
scary,
a
dude.
game of World at War, and like you switch to your pistol and you pull the trigger, and all your bullets fire instantly.
Your sniper rifle becomes a machine gun.
That would be crazy for the new pistol in ODST.
Yeah, it would be.
Because that's one of those. It fires as fast as you can pull the trigger guns.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that pistol's
insane.
awesome.
That's the best thing. Headshot and grunts.
There is such a I don't know, great feeling to headshot grunts with that pistol.
Yeah. It's like the grunt head was designed for that. For that game.
It really
Or maybe
is.
the pistol was designed for the grunt head.
Maybe.
Hey-o.
Can I say something?
So,
You keep bringing up this cheating thing. Like, he keeps bringing up to people that came to the booth. Gus is doing this. And he seems like he's down on it, yet he keeps carrying them around and, like, showing them to people and then going to the booth and trying them. Like, you seem like you're, like...
I was curious about it.
Yeah, you seem like you're oddly, like, endorsing this thing. And to me, it's utter bullshit.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But it's this weird thing where, like, you're like, what do you think about this? This is weird, huh?
I want to talk to people and see what they think about it.
Why is there a cover off a controller right there?
Because you told me to try it out. You told me to put it on one of ours.
Did I?
Yes.
I walked in this morning and said, hey, Gus.
No, it wasn't this morning. It was this afternoon before we started the podcast.
I walked in and said, I really want to try this thing out.
Yeah, you said, why don't you put it on one of our controllers?
Oh, is that the way it works?
Hey, Gav.
You were here.
Hey,
You
Gavin.
heard it.
Gavin.
Warranty void.
Don't answer. Let's just you and I'll go outside for about 10 minutes.
I walked in.
okay.
I want to get this straight. I walked in
No.
and said...
You were already here.
And I said-
I walked in.
And I said, hey, Gus, do you remember that device that you saw at PAX? Did you happen to bring them back to the office? Is that what I did?
No, I walked in with the device.
Oh, did you? Okay.
And then you said you should put one of those on our controller, and that's what I did.
And I think
Company
you should.
mandate.
For machinima purposes, I think you should. We should try out and see if we can do different things with it.
That's all I was thinking.
I
when
do think
saw
it's
it.
interesting that you brought these things all the way back from PAX.
Let's say this.
I find it
Hey,
suspicious.
let me tell you something.
I find it a little
Let me tell you something.
suspect, is what I'm saying.
We brought 3 back. There's 2 here. Where do you think the third is?
Where?
His house.
I threw it away.
Where
guys
is
are
it? Where is it,
fucking
Gavino?
Scumbags.
So, let me tell you.
I haven't
They're
installed
all
it.
accounted for. 2 there, 1 there.
I haven't installed it.
Yeah.
He just gave it to me. And I
So
took
you
it.
know what? Fuck you.
Don't fuck me. I'm sitting here innocent. I'm totally innocent. I'm sitting here, clean slate. Look at me.
I just want to
Nose in the
see.
air.
I just want to see if it lets us do different things with machinima. That's all.
I'm sure you do at your house. I'm sure you do.
Maybe we'll be able to get HUDless.
Let me tell you something, guys. The view from the high road, pretty nice. You should try it sometime.
How's the view from the fat road?
It's delicious.
I'd like to let everyone know that the episode this week is going to be late because Burnie has knocked every single controller down the back of the couch, and there's another one.
and another
And-
one.
Hey,
Now they're
hold
all
on.
gone. Don't put controllers on the couch anymore. I need
Who started doing that?
I need the entire couch.
I think it's got to be a Gavin thing.
I saw these things that I think we should get for in here. They're I haven't tried them, so I don't know if they're any good or not. But Energizer makes a rack that you can just plug controllers into, and it's like it holds them and charges them at the same time.
It's a great idea. Put it on the wall.
Yeah, and there's like an LED on it that it stays lit up red all around the controller, and then it goes green when they're fully charged.
Nice.
It's a great idea.
Yeah,
do it.
Leave it to Energizer, excuse me, to come up with a good energy solution for
This
us.
portion of the podcast brought to you by Energizer.
And Neger Modelo.
So, you guys were talking a little bit ago about the World of Warcraft interactive quest givers.
Yeah.
And that brought up something in my mind that we haven't talked about yet, which is that Old Republic has announced that their quest giving mechanism is going to be cutscenes. And I was wondering how you guys felt about that.
Yeah, it's all gonna have voiceover and
Full voiceover
dialogue
cutscenes.
and everything. Yeah.
I don't think I like that.
50 novels of dialogue.
I hadn't heard cutscene. What I had heard is just that the quest givers talk in game.
I saw it, it looked like a cutscene. And I don't know about you guys, but the first thing I do when I load a WoW or reinstall it or anything like that is make the fast text
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
quests.
Quick text or whatever.
Yeah. A lot of times, I'll be honest, I don't even read the quests.
Yeah, I'm
I
the
read-
same way, but this is Star Wars, man. You want to be immersed in that shit, right?
Yeah, it's Star Wars today. A year and a half from now, it's going to be an MMO. You know what I mean? When you're going to be like, okay, what do I need? I need 5 tribbles? Okay, I'll go get them.
That's Star Trek.
I'm sure there'll be a way to disable that and make it quick. I'm sure they'll have the enable fast quest.
Fast cutscene? That'd be
Fast
awesome.
quest text.
They'll call it the special edition cutscene. Everything's sped up and little kid voices.
Do you ever put in a game and then just skip the opening cutscene?
I don't think I've ever done that. No.
I did that in ODST. Do you remember that? By accident.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're all sat around waiting to. Whoops.
I do it all the
Skipped.
time, which is why I play through entire games not knowing all the fucking
Yeah.
controller buttons.
Well, I've had to explain Gears of War to you. You don't know what the story is with that.
I've beaten both games now.
Yeah, there you go.
I saw the opening cutscene in ODST, and there's a part of it where you can like look around, and just as a natural function of looking around, I decided, well, I'm gonna start trying to interact with things, and hit a button, and then I skipped the cutscene, like the last probably 1/4 of that
Right.
cutscene.
Yeah.
So don't do that when you play ODST.
Man, speaking of ODST, we just saw that live action ODST commercial.
Fuck, dude, that's
Dude,
awesome.
That thing was fucking. That made me want a Halo movie so badly, man.
We are ODST.
We are ODST. God damn, you gotta look for that in the link dump.
Yeah, I'll add that for sure. It's the same guy who did the Halo 3 Believe commercial.
which were awesome
yeah, which
too.
were fantastic.
Yeah.
But this is even cooler. This is
Yeah.
done really, really well.
There's some great shots. I love that. I mean, it's in ODST the game as well, but the visor effect where it's like, whew,
Yeah.
and you don't see their face anymore.
Very, very cool.
It's very cool to see that on a live action guy and not in game.
I thought, and it's futuristic, so you don't know. I felt the helmets didn't feel like that in that last scene. They had a lot of weight to them, but that would be like literally the only thing to complain about in that whole thing for me.
Well, you thought they looked too light.
They just look, yeah.
They did.
I
agreed.
But you don't know what they're made of either. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, you could.
I can tell you as a soldier who had to wear helmets in the army for 5 years, you would want them to be light. That shit fucking sucks.
Oh yeah.
It like compresses your neck constantly with a heavy ass Kevlar helmet. It's like the worst thing in the world. And it's rattling around.
Worse than
knocking
a
into
bullet.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, way worse than a bullet.
And what planetary colony were you fighting on again?
I was on planet Kuwait.
They should have like a version of Jeff in these military games where you're some dude running around with a camera. You'd be like in the Japanese army.
I would.
You'd be like the Fatal Frame character.
Halo meets Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame Halo crossover.
But we started watching other stuff that guy done. What was his name? Like Rupert.
Rupert Sanders.
Yeah,
Awesome
we're watching,
dude.
We're watching
Awesome
some of his
dude.
his other like commercial stuff, and it's like shoe commercials, and then me and Gus were having a discussion on the fact that if you're doing a shoe commercial or a car commercial, you don't have to have it. It doesn't have to be to do with a car or a shoe. You can shoot whatever the fuck you want and then put a car at the end.
And
or
I
a
said
shoe.
because lots of times when you're showing a commercial like that, you're not selling the product necessarily. It's just a lifestyle. You're reminding people.
Yeah, but that's not true because you're selling the product. You're
but-
selling the shoe. You're not selling a way of life.
Yeah,
No,
a
I
shoe is
totally
part of the lifestyle.
I totally agree with Gus on this one.
Well, there's a surprise.
Yeah, this
What are you trying to say?
Jeff and Gus are right. What a
yeah,
surprise!
what a surprise! Jeff and Gus are right again. Fucking.
But
notch.
what else can you advertise without having any no reference to it, no shots of it?
MTV.
Liquor.
How about fucking douche? Tampons? You never see him like inserts like this in a fucking tampon commercial. It's just a lady
No,
and her
you
daughter
see-
walking down the beach,
Bullshit.
fucking
You always
talking
you see
about
that,
how
those
how
computerized,
easy it is to walk
like
with
CG
fucking.
tampons that expand and stuff.
That's all science talk.
So you,
But I gotta agree with Gavin on that one. They always show like the wings like expanding or whatever.
Whatever, dude.
I didn't know there were wings on a tampon.
On the fucking maxi pads, it's the same thing.
Someday you'll have a girlfriend. You'll
that's
learn all
something
about this
different,
stuff.
Gus.
only in this podcast could we go from an awesome ODST live Halo action trailer to wings on tampons and maxi pads.
That's my bad.
It was it was his
Oh,
fault.
is that his
wasn't it?
bad,
Yeah, it
though?
was Jeff's fault.
That shot where
You never
that,
see condoms in condom commercials.
that pod opens and the ODST barrels out of there and this
Yeah.
camera just stays with him. Just
Because he's like completely enclosed in that pod, and the camera's behind him, and then the door ejects off and follows him out. It reminded me of that shot in the new Terminator movie, which I didn't like, but I like that one shot where he crashes the chopper and the camera just stays on the whole time, and then he climbs out. Have you seen it?
no.
No.
It's a great shot. It's a great, really long shot.
It made me think of more like storming Normandy, like
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan kind of thing, where
Well,
you're in an enclosed space. Then you hit, and then you got to hit the ground running.
Yeah, because you're a fucking target immediately.
The thing about the books though with Halo, which is going to be tough for the movies, and they haven't really shown in any of either the Blomkamp shorts that originally came out or this thing. I mean, he literally fights one brute that shows up. I mean, one
Yeah.
brute in the middle of an empty field. And the books and the feeling you get. I mean, these are massive planetary invasions, and they have a lot of troops because they're pulling from 5 different races.
Right,
of
the Covenant
aliens.
is loads of different races of aliens, right?
Yeah, and it's going to be tough to pull that off in any kind of movie. You should make a lot of forests. Those big open plains. You're going to have like a Lord of the Rings style army
Right.
set up. Maybe not that big. Where it's just a massive troops because they also have vehicles and everything else. But damn, this thing was awesome, dude. I mean, really, really awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Hey, is there anything else from PAX we should talk about?
How was your panel?
How was our panel?
I didn't get to see it. I had to stay home. I had to stay in Austin.
The panel was great.
I thought the panel went really well. We showed 4 videos. They all got great responses.
They were exclusives, right? The episode?
Were they exclusive?
No, well, maybe. Well,
Episode 12 wasn't out
We showed
yet.
Secret Door, which is already on our website.
Yeah.
Episode 12, which wasn't out. We showed that ODST piece, which isn't out yet anyway, right?
It will be out soon.
It will be
Yeah,
out
the
soon.
final viral.
And then a little bit of this week's live action short.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they had a great Q&A. Like, the problem with our Q&As of the past at PAX is we always had like an hour and a half long panel, and the Q&As kind of drag on if you don't have stuff to show.
Right.
And we tried to be smart about this time and fill some of that time with video, and that I thought worked really well.
Yeah.
And all the questions we had were, for the most part, great this year.
Yeah, then we even had the video before we went out on the stage. We even showed a video. We showed the episode 12. of
Oh, right,
Recreation,
right.
and then we
Yeah.
went out.
Oh, you opened on that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
No, and once again, of course, we gave. I mean, in our Q&A, there's very little A.
Lots of a-hole.
There's a lot of Q and FU.
It's just, everyone. The question askers essentially end up playing the straight man in that process, but
Yeah.
it's a very fun time, I think.
we wore. I don't know if Jeff told you this, Gavino, but we wore shirts that spelled out boner.
Yeah.
I did.
Which
know
took some
about that.
convincing to get Bernie to go along with.
It really did. It really took some.
But people
convincing.
went nuts for it. They loved it. And I had people come up to me later and say that was the funniest thing ever.
Luckily, everyone else was willing to play along really easily, so
Yeah.
Bernie got dragged into it.
Well, I would have done it anyway. But,
Fucking the best part about that panel to me was Matt showed up. He had been up for like 36 straight hours working on Secret Door, and somebody came up and gave us a 6-pack of beer or a 12-pack of beer in the panel. Matt took like what I'm guessing were like 4 sips of beer, and 10 minutes later was completely drunk. And
he got drunk during the panel.
He got drunk during the panel, and then you guys took off. Gus and I, we all went out to Red Mill, this hamburger place, and we were in the line at Red Mill, and Matt goes, "We need more beer." And we're like, I don't think you can drink beer at a fast food restaurant. And next thing we know, he was running off across the street to a grocery store. Gus had to chase after him, and when you caught up with him, he was so drunk he couldn't pay for the
He was in the self-checkout line, swiping his credit card over and over. He was like a robot, like stuck in a loop. And I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey man, how's it going?" He's like, "Want to get some beer?" I was like, "Yo, you got to hit the pay now button on the thing before you swipe." Had to walk him through the process. Surprised the fucking cashier didn't kick us out.
It was funny.
And then what did you do with the beer?
Then I was like, let me carry that for you, Matt. So I grabbed the 12-pack. He's like, "Oh, thanks." We walk outside. And then I walk with him to the front door of the burger place, and I open the door like, "Yo, go ahead." He's like, "Okay." He walks in, and I close the door behind him and run to the car. And I put the beer in the car and locked it.
Nothing will sober you up faster than a huge ass hamburger, though. So
Are there
that did the
any
trick.
Are there any rules in like stores? If you come in drunk and try and buy beer, are they allowed to stop you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they can stop you.
They can
Because you're too
refuse.
drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Do they do that in England, or are they required to?
I don't know. I was just thinking about it though. They definitely can in a pub. They'd be like, "We're not serving anymore."
Why don't you go home and test it out?
What do you want me to
Like,
leave?
Get
Is that what-
no, like when you go home, get hammered and try to go into Waitrose and buy like an orange and some beer.
Okay.
See what they do.
Man,
I got refused eggs once
Why? What?
because it was Halloween, and I was gonna go and egg a house, but they obviously knew, and they didn't sell me eggs.
really?
If only they'd caught the people who bought those 18 eggs for my car.
Well,
I once got hit in the balls with a frozen egg on Halloween
Jesus.
why would they go through the trouble of freezing an egg?
because
Why
it
not just
fucking hurts.
Why not just pick up a rock? I mean,
I guess if you throw a rock at someone, that's like you can be arrested. But if it's an egg, it's like, well, it was only an egg.
And then plus, slowly it thaws out, and then you've got a fucking messy egg.
It's
on
like the
ground.
ice bullet crime scene thing. You can get away with it because it thaws out
there's a
to
guy,
a regular egg.
There's a dead guy here with swollen balls. What happened?
Looks like a chicken attacked him and laid an egg on him.
Well, we came across a crime scene. There's a knocked out guy with swollen balls, and there's a baby chicken walking around. What happened?
So speaking of
So was the baby chicken be like an ODST in that case? He's like in this fucking little pod.
breaks out, the camera follows him.
He was ready to drop.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
That's
So-
it.
Good
Stop
times.
that.
Irish.
So how's your car? How's your little Beamer?
I have no idea.
He's scared to go.
Did
look
you
at
actually
it.
clean the egg off it, or were you like, fuck it, it's on there now?
I don't know, dude. I haven't cleaned it. I don't know. I haven't seen the car since we talked about it last time.
So it's still sitting out there in front of your old house?
Yeah.
In theory.
What are you doing?
Let's go and get it. Let's go get it today.
I'm gonna go get it. I'll go get it today,
Dude, that
We should document it. I'm going to film it just in case it doesn't start again.
he had to go to PAX. He didn't have time.
Yeah, like I did it because I was trying to get it done. The last time we
PAX.
went out there, I was trying to get it done before PAX, and I've been gone.
Hey, do you know what sucks? I came into work yesterday. Yesterday was Monday.
That does suck.
And nobody fucking told me it was an American holiday. Nobody else turned up. I was the only one here with Brandon.
We were
Well,
we were
you're-
tired.
You're not American, so fuck off.
Yeah, you don't
Right.
get our holidays.
As I recall, you lost.
You can take off hot tea day or whatever the fuck you take off over there.
You can get
That's
Guy
great, because that's every day of this month.
You can
Earl
get
Grey Day.
You can get Guy Fawkes Day off, and that's about it.
Do you not have Guy Fawkes?
No.
No, why would we?
It's firework day, dude. Oh, you have that on the 4th of July, right?
Yeah,
When
there
is
you go.
Guy Fawkes Day?
5th
5th of November.
of November, yeah. It's firework night. Have a bonfire, throw a dummy on it.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
So what is Guy Fawkes Day? What's the history behind
He's the
that?
guy who tried to blow up. What was it? Buckingham? No, it was the House of Parliament or something.
And
Parliament.
you have a holiday for this guy.
What?
So
in the
like
world?
we
So
have
we-
yay terrorist.
We
Day.
should have an Osama bin Laden Day.
It was like a
Fireworks
whole
and-
gunpowder thing, and yeah, I don't know. I'm really shit at history, especially my own history.
For shame.
But really, you
Yeah.
guys celebrate a guy who tried to blow up your government?
I think we celebrate the fact that he was caught. Is it? I don't know. Something.
You guys are big into that. You guys celebrate Robin Hood. That dude was a fucking thief.
I don't. When do we celebrate Robin
Robin
Hood?
Hood, International Robin Hood Day.
Don't try
It's
to
like
keep, don't try to
September
keep it hidden
4th.
from us.
We know about
We
it.
know.
Fucking
Isn't that the one where they pinch you if you don't wear a green hat? Like the with the
with a
feather,
feather
in
in
it?
it.
I was talking to Brandon at lunch yesterday about because he didn't know the difference between the UK and Great Britain and England. We've had this discussion before.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me test you.
It's not that we don't know the difference. It's that you don't know that all Americans don't know that. You don't know something about us. It's that no American knows the difference between England, Great Britain, and the UK.
Okay,
Or
do
cares.
you do you know the difference?
Do I? Yes,
I do.
I do.
I'm very confident.
What about you, Gus?
I'm not as confident as those
Go
guys.
for it.
I
Give it a
think-
go.
No. Why are you asking the one that's not confident?
Because it'll be funnier.
No, fuck that. I don't care.
All right.
We beat your asses already. We
All
don't,
right,
we don't
okay.
need to know.
Well, I know that New Zealand is a separate country.
What to the UK? Yeah, it is.
Jesus,
What is South Africa?
You made the mistake of thinking New Zealand's part of Australia.
I
before.
never, I never did that. What I did was I said we went down to Australia, and as part of that trip, we went to Wellington, and that's when I got called out by that guy because they're
okay.
very sensitive.
I didn't
about
understand
it.
that's what
Yeah.
had happened. Okay.
I even had a dude like come at me again about that, saying, "How could you confuse New Zealand with Australia?" Anyway, so
Those are definitely two accents you don't want to confuse either when you're down there.
I'm gonna try to do this.
You want to sound smart?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Britain is the island, the big island.
Great Britain.
Yeah, Great Britain is the island,
Which-
the main big island, right? The UK is England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland,
And Wales.
And Wales.
and Wales.
It's the UK is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
So what the fuck is Southern Ireland?
It's the
Nothing.
the Republic of Ireland.
And that's- and nothing
It's
to
not
do.
a part of the UK.
Where's Dublin?
Where's Dublin?
Yeah,
That's in the Republic of Ireland.
In Northern
it's
Ireland.
not. No,
It's not-
it's
Oh, it's in
Southern
Southern
Ireland.
Ireland.
No, yeah. The difference is, some stuff. They also use euros, and the Northern Ireland uses pounds.
That's got to be confusing.
I guess it's confusing for the people who live in Ireland. Yeah.
It's also confusing too to him because I say things like, I assume he's metric, but they're not metric. They use miles and they don't use pounds for weight. They use stone, which makes
Well, there's pounds in stone. It's just another like you wouldn't say 200 pounds. You say however many stone.
however many stone because you don't know how many stone is it.
How many pounds are in a stone?
Like 14.
Like
Like
14?
14?
I don't know.
Is it a variable amount?
It's like 13 or 14.
So what is the origin of a stone?
I don't know. Europe is old. That's all I can
that-
say. It's
but
really
that-
old
that-
traditions.
Gus, the origin of stones is a very philosophical, theological question that I don't think we want to get
The
into
origin
in
of
the podcast.
frozen eggs.
Good lord.
So, and then Britain is in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. That's the other thing I know about it. That's about it.
Do you even know that, Gavin?
What ocean it's in?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I like the fact
Is
that
it-
it takes me 40 minutes on a plane to get to Amsterdam.
Do you like that fact?
Yeah.
How often do you go to Amsterdam?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I've only been twice.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Sounds like you really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You should calm down there, buddy.
I also haven't ever been to Wales, and that's like 2 hours away.
I don't even know what that is.
Probably should.
What is that?
Wales is a country.
It is?
Yeah.
Christian Bale is Welsh.
Yeah, I know Welsh. When you say somebody's Welsh, I just thought it was a region of the UK.
Did I ever show you?
No, there's actually a Welsh language. And
Did I ever show you that street
the
sign
street
that
sign.
was translated wrong?
Link dump.
Yeah, I'll put that in the link dump. But they have their own language there, and I guess they have to put, when they have street signs, they have to put them in Welsh and in English.
Yeah.
And they put this one big sign up that said, like, all trucks must turn right and follow this road, or whatever. And the Welsh version, if you translate it from Welsh back to English, said, I am out of the office. Please forward all translation work to so-and-so.
You're kidding
And it
me.
said that
I'm
on the
dead
sign.
serious, and it said that on the fucking sign.
That's
they
fucking
emailed
awesome.
They emailed the translation dude, and his autoresponder replied, and
That's
they're like, okay,
unbelievable.
that's it.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
A lot of bright people going on working in your region.
There was somebody, I forget who it was. Oh, Jason wrote something positive about Microsoft tech support for the 360.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then a few minutes later, the 360 Twitter feed started following him. Like there was some kind of 360 support feed that, like some kind of bot that followed him. And then I went and looked at that feed and the people following it, and it was a Sony bot in there as well. And then it's like other one that was like clearly a bot. And then there was like one of these spam girl bots. It's like, come see me, come see my profile or whatever.
Sure.
And then I just did a little drilling, and I eventually got to like one of these bot profiles that was being followed by nothing but other bots, and that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, they have their own little bot logo.
Yeah, they're
It's like a community.
yeah, here's this little conversation that's taking place between all these not real people, and they're all responding to one another, and they all joined each other's network.
Did they just find each other by fluke? And like, how did they start following each other?
I have no idea. They probably just.
I guess if you unleash enough bots into a community, they'll eventually find each other and become friends.
I think it'd be an interesting experiment to take like two AIM chat bots and have them start talking to each other and just let it run forever and see if like
See where you end up.
Eventually, they'll come up with the complete works of Shakespeare.
it will.
Or they'll take over the fucking world.
Yeah, that's frightening stuff, man. It's like that video we saw of the robotic hands.
I wonder.
Freaked me
Oh,
out.
that thing was crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder how quickly that conversation between two aimbots would take place.
That's a good question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It'd be like milliseconds between
Yeah,
responses.
just
Like a machine gun of conversation.
Right. I bet you could have like the whole works of Shakespeare in 2 minutes.
Yeah. They just attach one of those things to the controller and they're good to go.
Just break it down. It's frightening. It was just really creepy and weird to get in there and like you're like crashing a private party of
Of Terminators.
yeah. Yikes.
Hey, what was the place you and I went to with our friend Lori to get cupcakes, Gus?
Trophy Cupcake.
God damn, if anybody goes to Seattle, you should go to Trophy Cupcakes.
That place was good.
That place was great. That's one of the few times in my life I've been somewhere else and I thought Austin doesn't have a version of this that's comparable.
If you need to use the bathroom there, the code's 5796.
It is 5'7", guy's bathroom.
Just throwing that out there.
What's
So if you're homeless and listening to the podcast,
yeah.
here's a little sanctuary for you.
So you can't pee unless you know a code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a big sign on the door that says, go ask a merchant for the code.
It's pretty cool. The store is in a grade school, like an old grade school, like 2-story grade school, and then they just filled it with like it's kind of a mall on the inside. But anyway, eat those fucking cupcakes because they're fantastic. What was your favorite cupcake?
That's sad. That's sad. They took a school and turned it into a mall.
Better than tearing it down. It's not like
It
a
wasn't in
fucking
use.
gap in it.
It was like a 200-year-old mall or
When
200-year-old school, and they put cool stuff in, like the trophy
it's
place.
like,
and
small
then, like,
local retailers.
Yeah, it was
No,
really
that's
cool.
not. I don't like that. Why would you ever disable an educational facility?
I am assuming it was already not in use. I don't think they kicked the kids out of class one day and replaced them with cupcakes. I'm sure that they moved to a bigger grade school, and then the place was empty, and they were like, we can tear it down, or
Yeah,
we
I'm
can
sure-
find some cool way to reuse it.
I'm
you're
sure
saying
it was so old it had lead paint and asbestos all over the fucking place.
So let's open a cupcake
So
factory.
yeah, let's let fat people come in here. We'll
So what
kill
you're
them
saying
off.
is, once you've built a school, it should be a school forever.
Yeah, pretty much.
And when
Yeah.
it's no longer a school anymore, tear it down, and then it's gone.
No, you don't tear it down because it's not like the population is shrinking
Well,
and the
no,
market
no.
for education is in decline.
Dude, I went to a brand new high school in 1989. They didn't. We outgrew the old high school, so we had to build a new one. At least this, and they tore the old one down. At least this way, they reused that space.
Why not build another school, another smaller school with a lower student to teacher ratio?
With double the teachers and administrators.
You're on the same page as me now. But forget about it. I'm sure the cupcakes were great.
They were great.
More cupcakes.
Cupcakes win.
Good lord, what a weirdo.
Yo, how odd.
Fucking weirdo.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You put in front of me a plate of cupcakes and a teacher, I will probably choose the cupcakes. But on a theoretical level, let's go with the teachers and the schools.
What?
Okay.
How can you not understand this debate? How can you not understand what I'm saying?
How is this a
understand
debate
totally
at
what
all?
you're saying. I just disagree with you.
And you're telling me you think you should take a 200-year-old school that's probably a cooler building than some goddamn new facility that they're going to build
Get this.
for an elementary school, and you're gonna say that they should turn into a fucking mall?
It was too small to be a school anymore.
Well, you can build a fucking magnet school or a school for artists or something. Sell it to a private school.
I guess
For
no, but
Christ's sake.
maybe they tried. Nobody wanted it.
Why are you so passionate about this?
Yeah, who fucking cares?
Because I hate this idea that we're going to take a school and turn it into like some kind of like
But it
commercial facility, and
It
everyone's
wasn't a
okay
school
with that.
anymore.
And even when I bring it up, everyone's like, it's cool.
You know
Let's
what?
get our fucking
Don't
cupcake."
blame the fucking cupcake people. They're saviors. Blame the city of Seattle for allowing that school to go unused.
I'm not blaming the cupcake people.
Oh, what about an airport?
I think you have an anti-cupcake agenda.
I do
I
too.
don't. They were good cupcake. I had one. They were good. You should go there. All right,
Get the one with marshmallows. It's
Bernie got
fucking
so
great.
passionate he ripped the microphone out the hole and started sitting up.
There's a bite out
Bernie
of it.
never sits up during the podcast.
Don't tell him about the Kennedy School in Portland.
Oh,
He may
God,
fucking
Lord.
blow up.
Yeah.
Kennedy School's a fantastic school for very smart children.
That place is awesome.
It's not. I'll put it in the link down. Thank you. So,
So, Bernie,
I just want to say I'm both pro education and pro cupcake.
I want to ask you a question.
Apparently,
now.
you can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
Bernie, what games are you going to buy for your PS3?
I'll buy Little Big Planet probably, and then Uncharted because everyone tells me I have to play Uncharted.
yeah, I said I was going to buy that before Comic-Con, and I still haven't. I need to buy that.
And I'll play Killzone probably.
Oh, yeah, that's another one I want to buy.
There's still nothing. How can it
If-
be that
if
there's
there's co-
nothing on the
hey,
PS3 that I want to play?
If there's co-op, we should play together.
Let's play co-op together.
Do you think you get?
Yeah, do you feel excluded, Jeff?
No, is co-op possible on a PS3? I don't know how does that work. You have to have like 9 logins.
Honestly, I don't know.
You have to have a developer login, a publisher login, a Sony login.
Do you still have to do that stupid thing where you enter a name by using like numbers?
They
They're
they finally patched it after launch.
Watching
who came up with that? How did that get released with that
I
system?
don't know,
The
some
Wii
piece
still
of
has
shit.
that. You have to have like a Wii number or something like
Well,
that.
no, what he's talking
I'm
about.
talking about
what
like
Vin
a
is talking about
phone
is-
pad.
Yeah, when the PS3 first came out, like the initial shipping firmware, when you would like enter your username and all that stuff, it was a T9 pad.
Like you had to text it in.
There was no keyboard.
Like to do or Y, you'd have to hit the WXYZ key 3
Yeah,
times,
right,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
if it's anything like watching you try to play Metal Gear on the PS3 on multiplayer,
Oh god, then for Metal Gear
Dude.
stuff, yeah, you had to sign into the PSN, then to sign into like the Konami service. Then I didn't have an account, so I had to make an account, so I had to launch the web browser, and I had to make a fucking web account on the Konami website. Then it redirected me back into the game.
yeah, that was horrible. It was like a 30-minute process for you to play a single game of Metal
service
Gear
within a
multiplayer.
service. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's why I love Xbox Live. I love it.
Do you?
well, you pay for it too.
Yeah, it's a
I mean,
difference.
yeah, there's a balance there. You got to pay for your Xbox Live.
You don't have to. Silver account.
You can't play online with silver accounts.
What if I don't want to?
I don't know what Xbox.
Then what do you fucking care?
Is it why is
Jesus.
everyone so combative?
Good lord.
What do you get for a silver account?
You get Marketplace, right?
Achievements?
You get marketplace and
And
single
you
player
can
achievements.
send people messages.
I don't know if you can, but you can download games and stuff from
And
marketplace.
you can download demos, yeah.
Yeah, and DLC. Well, you can do DLC.
So I'm gonna
Some DLC is gold exclusive, but not all.
ask a potentially inflammatory question.
Oh,
here.
great! It's the fucking anger couch that I do it.
No. This is not. I mean, this is not an angry thing. I'm just asking a question that I'm not sure how the service works. I'm going to guess it doesn't work the way I'm about to say it does. So, if Microsoft makes $50, say, per year for gold subscribers, and then someone makes a big hit on multiplayer, which drives those subscriptions, do you think Microsoft pays the developer like some kind of
Kickback?
commission or kickback
No.
for that?
I doubt it.
I wouldn't think so.
Or do you think they probably actually charge them to have access to their gold subscriber database?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I mean,
doubt that
Microsoft's
either.
Microsoft's paying a lot of money to maintain those servers that they're using, right?
Yeah, but that's what the $50 a year per person goes to.
I guess that's
I
true.
can't imagine those would cost a lot.
It's a lot of bandwidth, right?
I have a computer, and it's
Well,
like, I
And it works-
don't do anything.
It just works. I mean, they just plug their DSL modem into the fucking Microsoft server banks, and they're fine.
they have Comcast cable. They're good. It's like, man, it's like 80 megabits up. They're good.
That's crazy.
You know, that's somewhere we really lag behind in Austin. We have Time Warner Cable here, which, while trying to stay as objective as I can, is a gigantic piece of shit. And
I switched away from them.
Yeah, Gus is on Grande now.
are you?
After they threatened to implement bandwidth caps, when I
Yep.
moved, I ditched Time Warner.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you
And
happy?
for the first time, in 10 years, I do not have Time Warner service. I was in like their cable modem beta for Roadrunner when it was here, and they've been my internet service provider ever since then.
Yeah, and
they can go stick a
So-
fat baseball bat up their asses.
What's a fat baseball bat? Like
A
softball
softball bat. They can
Yeah.
stick a softball bat up their asses.
One of those big red ones you can buy 4-year-olds.
I want you to tell the story about the guy who installed your new cable.
The guy who installed my cable, though, at Grande was a little crazy. He was like talking to himself the whole time.
Oh, yeah?
Like he was climbing the pole up behind my house to get the cable running, and he came down and he was angry because there wasn't equipment up on the pole, so he took his hard hat off and threw it into the street.
Fucking awesome,
He had
dude.
to like go and climb another pole, right?
Yeah,
A different
he was
one,
like,
and then
he was like screaming at the pole.
I used to work in the telephone industry, and we used to know guys that climb poles. Because it seems like a lot of the executives, that was the entry-level thing that people did like back in the 60s and 50s. They would climb poles. Pretty crazy stories.
Dude, speaking of crazy, we didn't know this. Gus and I just found this out about Nathan. You know, before this, he worked at AT&T as like some kind of manager. And there was an AT&T pole climbing strike, I guess, and they shipped all the managers out to West Texas, and Nathan had to climb poles and like
it was
fix
It
telephones
was in
It's a big
Odessa,
deal.
I think.
for like a week. And
Really?
he got like 7 minutes of training and then a fucking like a strap to climb a pole with.
So is that what's the pay like? Because that's quite a dangerous job, right? Climbing poles
I'm
every day. I
assuming
mean, if you
they're-
do it enough times, you're eventually going to have an accident.
I'm assuming they're millionaires.
Like I have to climb a ladder to get into bed when I'm staying at yours, and the amount of times I've slipped and like almost like got my leg caught in a rung of the ladder, and like it could have ended badly so many times. I think if I had to do this every day,
We'll get there.
multiple times.
You know how those poles have like those metal handles, right?
Yeah.
And, like there's no handles for like the first 10 feet of the pole or whatever to discourage
Right,
people from
because
climbing.
kids would get up them and stuff.
I just always assumed that those people brought a ladder with them to get up there and then would start climbing. The dude from Grande who did my installation had like these spikes on his feet.
Oh,
Like he
shit,
put,
so you
he
just
put
had to,
like these braces on his legs.
Yeah.
And then just like with those spikes on the bottoms of his shoes, like climbed up those first 10 feet. He got like a little running start. It was like boop boop.
I
boop.
wonder how often
damn,
those guys
that's
break
awesome.
their ankles.
I can tell you a story from a guy that I knew, and they were out in like West Texas. A lot of times when they climb these poles, they're doing repair work, and if you think about what downs a phone line, you don't want to be climbing a pole in that environment,
Right.
Because it's like thunder and lightning on the horizon, or just past, and you're like, go up the pole and let's get the service restored. But imagine if you can, like the spikes you're talking about, the interior of your feet.
It's exactly where they are.
Yeah, and so you dig them into the wooden pole to climb up it. But then for your hands, you have a belt that goes around the pole, and then you grab it. So that you like loop it up for bracing, then lift your feet up and go up like that. You get to watch a lumberjack show and
That's
see that.
retro.
It's fucking 2009. We should have better technology.
These
than
are,
that.
like I said, these are dudes who were doing this back in the 50s. I mean,
Oh,
now
okay.
they probably have cherry pickers. I've heard crazy stories about them going from pole to pole via helicopter to do it fast. There's companies that do that.
I know a lot of women that do that.
Anyway, he's going with his buddy, and they're going like, "I'll take this pole, you take that pole," and they're like talking to each other and like yelling to the next pole, and they're going up. And he watched his friend go to the top of the pole and miss the top of the pole with the belt. So he goes over the top of the pole, has nothing, and falls off backwards, goes down 40 feet and lands on his head. And he's yelling to him, and his friend's dead, and he has to go down the pole to get over to him.
So he just flicked it over the top of the pole.
Like probably did it 100 times that day and just missed the top of the pole and came off the top of the pole.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was. I couldn't imagine that scenario.
That's sucky.
Yeah, and then I heard some other, like when they were really building out networks in the late 90s, there was all these theories about how to get these lines out everywhere. And there was somebody who came up with this really crazy thing where they had a train. Do you remember this, Gus? They had a train, and off the side of the train, it was like 3 cars long, and they had a metal pole, huge metal pole, that came out from the train, out like 8 feet, then went straight down into a plow. So they would go along the train track and then dig a trench next to the thing, and then at the back car, they had a spool of cable.
Wow, no, I'd never
Wow.
seen that.
Yeah, and they would just go down and dig these trenches for lines and put them in.
Whoa.
Those lines are everywhere.
Yeah, that's kind of smart.
Yeah.
I was watching, this is kind of related when we're talking about the lightning thing. I was watching a documentary about a guy who got struck by lightning just walking through a park. And the lightning struck him like through the top of his head, and he jumped like 12 feet in the air. Like, how high would you say a human can jump? Get their feet off the ground.
Apparently 12 feet in the air.
But like, it's funny that lightning can make your legs more powerful than you
Well,
can.
it's just like concentrated electricity. That's the way your nervous system works, is tiny bits of electricity.
But if lightning can make my legs propel me 12 feet in the air, why? I want to train my brain to do that.
Hey,
you should just be able to unleash it.
You should train your brain to do anything.
Hey, Jeff, didn't you know a dude, or didn't you see a dude get struck by lightning once?
Should I tell that story? Oh yeah, it's a long story. I was with a guy when he got struck by lightning. When I was in senior in high school, my friends and I were driving from Alabama to New Orleans to go see Lollapalooza, and it started raining on the street. We were on the interstate in the middle of Mississippi. We were on the interstate, and it started raining. I don't know if the Gulf Coast has crazy storms, unlike anywhere else I've ever been, and lightning actually struck near my car, and we were like, and we like swerved, and when we swerved. I lost control of my car and I drove it into a ditch. Also on the Gulf Coast, they have these huge ditches because it's always flooding. And so this ditch was like 6 or 7 feet deep. And my car, all you could see of my car was like the ass of my 1981 Buick Century. And so I get out, and all my friends and I get out, and we climb out of the ditch, and we're getting covered in rain. And my friends are like, we'll stay here with the car. You go get a tow truck. So I fucking hitchhiked like a mile down the road to a gas station, and I go up and I go, hey, I just wrecked my car, I need to get a tow from this guy. And he goes, I don't go out in the rain. And I go, you got to. I mean, my friends are stranded out there, they're soaking wet, we've got a car full of stuff, please come out. And he goes, I don't go out in the rain, I've had bad times. And I was like, I don't know what that means, but seriously, sir, it's your job, you've got to help me. And he goes, fuck. And he goes and he gets in his tow truck, and I get in the tow truck, and we pull out, and I go, so why do you hate the bad weather so much? And he goes, my sister's kid got struck by lightning at the beach. And I go, oh, wow, dude, I'm so sorry. Is she okay? And he was like, nope. And I go, well, you know what they say, lightning never strikes twice in the same place. And he goes, my brother got killed by lightning. And I go, oh, okay. And that shut me up. And then we're driving down, and I'm looking for the mile marker where my car is, and I see all my friends standing with all of our stuff just getting poured on, and my car's gone. And we flip around and pull it, and I'm like, where's the car? And the water took it down, and now all you can see of my car is a little bit of the roof and the antenna that had like a jack-in-the-box on it or something. And the guy goes, fuck that. And I go, you gotta get my car, And he's like, I'm not going in there. And I was like, come on, you gotta get my car. And it's lightning all around us and stuff. And so he goes in, and he has to like go underwater to hook the chain on the car. It's like a movie. And I mean, he's like up to his waist.
Why didn't you do it?
Because I'm fucking 17 and stupid, dude. I don't know where to. I'd have hooked it to the doorknob. And so then he goes up and he pulls the car out, and it's really hard. He has to keep moving the truck down a little bit because the car keeps fishtailing. It's kind of hard to explain. But eventually he's able to pull the car over this huge ditch while all my friends and I watch while just all of our shit is getting fucking rained on. And then he goes to like move the cable, disconnect it, and all my friends go to I'm just standing there watching it. Gav just had a fucking accident. I'm standing there watching it. I'm with 5 people. This is a big car, so there were 6 of us. And all my friends went and opened, it was perfectly timed. They all put their hands on the doors to open it up to let the water out, because it's kind of like that scene in Risky Business when they open the car door and like the fish come out and shit, you know. And the guy's like holding onto the chain, and fucking lightning strikes right there. And all of a sudden, I hear the guy scream, and he's on the ground holding his arm, like his right shoulder, and all my friends are going, ah! And like swinging their hands. Fucking lightning struck. It didn't hit him, but it hit so close. I guess it charged all the fucking metal around it.
Well, and they all got stung by it.
And they all got electrocuted, especially the guy, because he had both hands on the chains, and he was just rolling around on the ground, clutching his shoulder. And then he gets up. He just looks at me like with the maddest eyes ever.
I'm surprised he didn't electro punch you right in the face.
My friends and I opened up the car doors, let all the water drain out. We sat in the wet car, soggy car. He fucking pulls us back. And then we get out, and the guy just starts walking away from my car. And I walk up to him, and I go, how much do I owe you, sir? How much do I owe you? And he just looks at me, and I'm holding my wallet out. And he put his hand in my wallet and took every bit of money out of my wallet. It was like I had saved all summer. It was like $300. It was all I owned in the world. And just walked away with it. So then we drove the fucking wet-ass car to New Orleans and found a Western Union. And I had to get my parents to send me more money.
I can't believe your car still worked.
Yeah. It still worked. And then I did a horrible thing. Because I'm brilliant. I got to the hotel and I parked it and I left it for 5 days, so the entire car was mildewed when we came back. When I got home, we had to drive home for 3 hours in that mildew. When I got home, I had to pull the seats out and the carpet and steam clean everything.
I love the fact that this all started because you tried to dodge lightning. You tried to dodge something that was moving at the speed of light. Yeah. What the fuck is the point in that? Did you see it coming?
We just saw it hit and I reacted. I was like, whoa. You know, we were like, ha ha ha, that was crazy.
It is scary that you can get killed by the sky. Me and Gus almost got struck by lightning at Home Slice a few years ago.
Was that true?
Was fucking loud.
Yeah, we were picking up pizza. We were working here one night, and lightning struck right in the street between Home Slice and Warrows.
Really?
And
that
it was
crazy.
loud, wasn't it?
It was loud.
Everyone on that street was just like, whoa.
I was in a car. I almost got struck by lightning on 15th Street. a couple of years ago.
Really? I guess that happens a lot.
Yeah, but if you get struck by lightning on a car, you're fine though.
Yeah. I was
don't
at a
think
red
you can
light and
make
the
a
lightning
car.
hit like 10 feet away.
Yeah, I never remember that rule. If you have rubber soles, you're fine. Is that the deal? Like if there's rubber between you and the ground, you're okay.
I don't trust that.
Yeah, like if you're in the car, it's grounded as long as you're not touching the metal of the car.
No, the car's not. The car's not grounded. It's
I don't-
insulated.
Right, it's not grounded. It's insulated. Yeah, and
Yeah.
as long as you got rubber tires touching.
Yeah, okay.
touching
Yeah, see,
the
that's kind of
ground.
thing. Like you're in a situation you want to know the difference between grounded and not grounded.
Yeah.
I think every car has to pass lightning strike tests though
Right,
to be on the road now.
Is
How
that
the
true?
Fuck,
Yeah.
do you test that?
You just get one of those big balls.
Or you just...
Like a big static
That's
ball?
the science behind it.
Is that...
Jesus.
I'm sure they don't fire lightning at all the cars before they come off the. I'm sure.
Not every single individual car.
I'm sure there's some math involved in there.
I think the moral of Jeff's story is drive a 1981 Buick Century. Because
That car was unkillable.
It went underwater and then was hit by lightning, and you still could drive the
That
thing.
guy was like...
And then your big problem was mildew.
The other mechanic came up and he was like, "There's no way that car starts." And I was like, my friends are all looking at me pissed off. And I was like, I just ruined their whole week. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try. Started right up, drove it all the way to New Orleans. Stunk like a motherfucker.
After you killed a
Eh.
guy.
After I killed the guy.
It's funny. New Orleans seems to be a bad place for cars to go because I had that horrible story in New Orleans. Where
Oh man.
Oh shit! Did you ever see? We can put this in the link. Then there's a picture of a guy who got struck by lightning on his back, and it did something like it heated all the capillaries in his back or something.
Why you gotta use that word every chance you get?
Sorry, how do you say it?
Capillaries.
And it made some sort of weird, like, tree branch pattern all up his back, and it looked awesome. It looked like a really cool tattoo.
I've never seen that. I'll have to look for it.
Yeah.
I'll show you afterwards.
All right.
you really do say the word capillaries more than would normally be said in average
That's the
context.
first time I've said it on the podcast.
But okay, good for you.
Congratulations.
your fucking award. You say it about 14 times a day, dude.
When was the last time I said it?
Thursday.
What was the conversation?
We were talking about capillaries.
You're stupid.
You said capillary.
All right. Was there anything else at PAX? I feel like we're missing something.
The capillary thing's a fucking conversation killer.
Yeah.
We got a new award with Mega 64.
Oh yeah. That's
That was fun.
I wasn't part of that. What was
No,
that
you
all
weren't.
about?
They hung...
when we showed up. We set up on Wednesday night.
Yeah, and then Thursday morning we came in, and they had hung some animated cartoon movie poster called Romeo and Juliet.
It was like a Romeo and Juliet telling with seals and otters.
Yeah, it was really bizarre. And they were like, hee 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 hee. And we were like, oh, that's cool. Okay. So we stole their cash register.
So the next day we stole their cash register and their big wheel that they used to interact with the audience.
And they came in and were so confused by that. They must have looked at the booth for 10 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong, and they couldn't place it. I've never seen somebody spend so long trying to figure out what wasn't right about their setup. So to get us back, they did something brilliant. When we went to our panel, they sold Mega 64 posters for $1 with the option of you can pay $1 and then post a Mega 64 poster on our booth. So we came back from our panel, and there were 164 posters on our booth.
And I think they said normally they give those posters away for free.
Yeah, so they made a quick $164.
Wow,
And
smart guys.
so then after they left, we covered their entire booth, floor to ceiling, with Red versus Blue posters. We even
And then we
took
rearranged-
individual stuff like their keyboard and wrapped it in posters.
And then we put all their luggage inside their other bigger luggage. It was like one of those Russian dolls.
Yeah, and then just filled it with their trashy posters.
And then we made everything in their booth backwards.
And we made everything in their booth. So it was like a Christmas present. When they unwrapped their booth from posters, they found everything was backwards. And then when they went to tear down at the end of the day, they opened up all their suitcases and they were full of posters. It was fun.
But then they started selling those posters.
Yeah, but then they started selling our posters that we used to wrap their thing up with $1 less than we were selling them.
All
That's
day
what you
long, people were coming up on Sunday and getting reconstruction posters signed that were all crumpled and then covered with tape. And I'm like, where did you get this? And they said, yeah, we got it from Mega 64. They sold it to us. And
Fucking smart.
then we sold out of posters. So if you didn't get a poster on Sunday, now you know why.
I'm sorry.
Don't ever wait till the last day of the convention to try to buy something.
That's a good point in general.
Yeah, that was rough.
Anyway, those kids are funny.
Yeah.
This is the first time really hanging out with them. You should definitely check out their stuff. If you like goofy and video game shit,
Which, if you listen to this podcast, you probably do.
chances are you might.
Don't listen to their podcast, though, because ours is better.
Dude, don't listen to any podcast but this podcast. Anything else?
All right, we got anything else before we wrap up here?
Yeah.
We covered PAX. We covered video games. We covered Inglourious Bastards.
Beatles Rock Band comes out this week.
Yes.
Very, very, very excited for that.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I've never really talked to you about it, but you're a huge, huge Beatles fan.
Yeah, and I still play Rock Band and World Tour all the time.
Really? Mm-hmm. Why you think you'd have more achievements in that game?
Yeah, the achievements aren't very well. Yeah.
Well, we talked about getting Rock Band for The Office, Beatles Rock Band for The Office, because it seems like one we would all do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Cool.
Let's do it.
you're
I
down
can't
with
wait.
that.
Yeah, but you're going to play it like for a few days, and then it's never going to be played again.
Gus, you have to be Ringo because nobody else can play the drums in this office.
Okay.
That sucks
I'm also
for
the
you.
least talented here, I guess.
That's a good point.
So, anything else?
Movie-wise, what's coming out?
I want to see Extract.
Extract already
Extract.
came out, and then this weekend, open a movie in September. I can't think of anything that's coming out
Yeah.
this weekend.
Next week, Ultimate Alliance 2 comes out.
Doesn't that movie 9 comes out this week?
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
I want to see that movie.
Somebody sent me a really weird personal comment that said you should go watch this interview with the director and then replace the numbers with Greek symbols and see if this sounds familiar at all. It's like the 9 characters are split from a main one, and they're all different aspects of the personality and all that stuff.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to go
pretty
go
cool.
look at that. Yeah,
I didn't realize you co-wrote a feature film.
Congratulations.
I didn't.
From Applebee's ads to
This sounds like
feature films.
Delgo and Avatar.
I would never claim such a thing because someone will come back with like some episode of Venture Brothers that's got that same theme in it or something.
Yeah.
Final Destination is out. 9 Sorority Row comes out. I Can Do Bad All by Myself comes out.
Fuck that
No
is.
idea what that is.
White Out comes out. Beyond a Reasonable Doubt and the September issue. None of these things sound.
Oh, I read something interesting. Ticket sales are down this year, like 1.5% from last year, but revenue is up a couple percent because 3D has been such a success. Well, that was kind of cool. I know you're not a big fan of 3D, Gus.
I hate it. It's a bump. It's a tiny bump as everyone tries 3D, and then as they hate it, no one will care anymore.
Well-
no, this is like the second coming of 3D, though, right?
I agree.
It's the
I think it's
it's
here
the
to
one that's
stay.
going to stay.
I think it's here to stay.
I agree with you.
Especially when there's some.
Coraline was awesome.
Avatar is going to be the movie that's going to make 3D like a standard.
And you know what you should do? You should put the glasses on upside down. Fucking trips you out.
That's it.
Everything in the foreground is background and vice versa. It
All right,
looks
I'll
really
do
weird.
that. So you got to see every movie twice.
Just do it for like a minute and be like, hey, that's cool.
Okay.
Well, I got to say
Pro
this
tip.
is that if stats like Jeff are saying are true, then everyone's just going to start moving to 3D. Gus, you should be ready for movies like Inglourious Bastards to be 3D.
No.
But
no.
if it becomes as easy as shooting a movie like regular, would you want every movie to be 3D?
No.
Why not?
I actually tried a 3D setup. Did you guys see the 3D setup for Resident Evil?
Oh yeah,
I
did.
saw it. I
did.
didn't
Mhm.
use it.
I put it on. That was pretty cool. I'd be more interested in 3D gaming than I would be in 3D movies. I would.
3D gaming.
You know what? You asked earlier about Left 4 Dead. Does it look like a new game? Graphics to me are the least important thing in a game.
Couldn't agree more.
They really are. They're very
Really?
cool for the first 5 minutes, and then it's just how does the game play.
So if Halo 3 played like Halo 3 but looked like Halo 1, you'd be fine with that.
Like, if it went back to Halo 2 graphics for ODST, but you kept that feeling of shooting a grunt with the pistol, that's more of the gameplay experience to me than the way it looks.
I know, graphics are... Well, the first thing you said when Jeff was playing Wolfenstein, you were like, this looks terrible.
Doesn't matter though, because once you
Because the
have fun,
graphics
it
were
doesn't
really
matter.
flat and...
I was watching someone else play it.
He noticed it because
Okay.
but once he had that control in his hand for 5 minutes, it wouldn't matter. It's just like during PAX, we got to go to a party at the top of the Space Needle, right? And it was this gorgeous view, and we were all commenting on how gorgeous the view is. 2 weeks of standing at the top of the Space Needle, you don't give a fuck about that view.
That's right.
You get used to it immediately. You don't care. Like Burnie was got to go do this thing where he took a what do you call those things? Ferry. And you saw a couple whales, and you were talking about how cool that was.
Those
If
were
you
cool.
saw those whales every day, you'd be like, "It's the fucking whales again." How long am I on this ferry for? It's like the shit. You just get used to that.
How would
stuff.
that get old? How would, taking a ferry past some whales every day get old?
It would get old very quickly.
It's better than driving past traffic.
You don't get to hang out with the whales. You don't get to shoot the shit with them.
I don't know necessarily.
What would you
know-
rather do? Go past whales on the way to work or go past cars?
I wouldn't give a fuck. It's the same thing.
What?
After 4 or 5 times, you're not going to see them anymore.
Yeah, you're not going to care anymore.
It's not once it's not new.
Either way, you're trapped in your car or
Yeah.
you're trapped on a fucking boat.
Yeah, you're fucking speechless. That's right.
Speechless.
Fucking Gus and Geoff win again.
I don't know that I necessarily agree with these comparisons.
But you just don't want to agree with me.
No, what I'm saying is that when you're playing a game, there's a lot more to playing a game than just the way it looks.
I agree. There's a lot more, but
Yeah.
the way it looks is a big deal.
You know what else I don't really care about? I really don't care about 5.1. It has no effect on me.
Surround sound.
Yep. It really... maybe it has an effect on me on some level that I'm not aware of, but I don't even notice it really.
I totally agree. Dude, I got an example for you. You loved N+. Last time you were here, you played the shit out of N+. N+ looks horrible. It's all gameplay.
It doesn't look as good as Gears of War, say that.
You didn't fucking pick up N+ and go like, oh, this game looks sucky. I'm not going to play it now. You played it and it was fun, and you didn't give a shit. There are no graphics to that game.
And Shadow Complex?
No, it's different. It's an arcade game. Different.
Oh, my God.
Wow, listen to that. So, we're moving to Seattle. Should we talk about that?
Yeah, we're not moving.
We're not moving.
So
Seattle's awesome.
My
I
wife
don't want to
came with
disparage Seattle.
My wife came with me to PAX, and after 75 days, over 100 degrees this summer in Austin, I think everyone is ready for some kind of change. But I think my wife has a direct idea for what she wants to change, and that is she wants to move to Seattle.
Isn't that the exact opposite, though? What's the coldest place in America? Not including, like, Alaska and stuff. Not including
Coldest place? Probably like fucking Minnesota.
Or North Dakota or something like that.
Yeah.
Gus's heart.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you can get like into Montana and get just ridiculous winters. If you stay on the coast, you usually do okay.
Yeah, you can only get so cold.
Yeah, but you can get some brutal stuff, like in the middle of the country, like going up.
So,
towards
would you
Canada.
rather live in a cold place or a hot place?
Hot place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
hot
too.
place.
I would too.
I think it's easier to dress down than it is to dress up.
I think like in North Dakota, like you were asking, like the coldest it gets, I think you can see like negative 20 degrees.
Everyone is so temperature conscious all the time here.
In America?
Yeah. It's so fussy about, like, the temperature of a room. What's the temperature of this room right now?
No, 72 degrees.
72? But if it was 73, you'd be like, what the fuck? Let's turn it down.
Would we?
By 1 degree.
I don't think that's
How
the
can you
case.
feel 1 degree Fahrenheit change? You say you can.
Because
here
we're
we
not
go.
stupid.
Here we go. See, this is why I think you're on you're on metric too, because you guys follow the Celsius for temperature, which Celsius makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Whatsoever.
Freezing is 0 and boiling is 100. That makes no sense.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, what?
Can I ask you a question? So you agree that you have a scale from 0 to 100, that's something that the human mind can grasp, like sets of tens, right?
Yeah, because it's like
What
the
the
freezing point and boiling point of what our world is based on. Water.
Okay, so let me tell you. What falls in the temperature range between 32 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius? What's another temperature you use somewhere in there? Anything at all? Anything at all?
Washing clothes.
What is 72 degrees Celsius? What is that? Like what is that temperature?
Hot washing machine.
Okay. Our Fahrenheit scale is based on the survivable living temperatures of a human being, of comfort. Like, you go below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, you're getting into you could freeze to death. You go into above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, you're in the range at which a human being could possibly be in distress and die from heat. That's what Fahrenheit is based on. It makes so much more sense than Celsius.
It absolutely
Oh man,
does.
you just got science dropped all over your
Okay,
face.
what's the boiling point of Fahrenheit?
212 degrees.
212 degrees. But
how
I'll tell you
many
what,
people know that?
Apparently 3 people in this room know.
Well, everybody,
You didn't know
everybody
it?
who's
You
on
didn't say
Fahrenheit.
anything, Jeff. You
Everybody
said
who's on
nothing.
Fahrenheit. Everybody who's on Fahrenheit. But you know the range at which a human being can live. Like, we know room temperature, and it also offers a varying degree.
I also know the fact that I'll probably survive between 0 and 40 degrees.
Right. And
So
it-
why do you have 41 to fucking 100? Dude?
Exactly.
You don't need that. What do you need that level of precision for those temperatures? You're never going to
You don't
encounter that in
need,
your
no,
life.
what I'm saying is you don't need that many numbers between life and death.
Absolutely, you do. You need as many numbers as you can get between life and
0
death,
and
my
40
friend.
is fine. I mean, 30 and 31, it's like, oh.
Well, you could also make the argument then you don't need 0 to 100 for degrees of percentages and for failure as well. Like, if you have a grade and you have like an 85% on a grade, what's the difference between that and an 87%?
Damn, dude. You just got fucking wrecked.
0 to 100 should be reserved for the most commonly used temperatures.
The way I see the English standards is we pick the best. Like, we'll use miles because kilometers are kind of gay.
Well,
And
that's
we'll use
objective.
miles per
Yeah.
gallon. But then,
Why,
The way my culture does it is the
I think
best.
you just fucked yourself up.
You did.
Why are miles better than kilometers? You just fucked yourself there.
Whoa, take it easy.
No, he's got a great point.
Miles
Why?
are not better than kilometers.
You know-
why?
Because it's what you just fucking talked about, you asshole. Kilometers are a fucking standard. You know, from here to 1,000 meters, that's a fucking kilometer. How many feet are in a mile?
5.
I was able to answer your fucking question.
How many feet are in a mile?
How many feet are in a mile? 5,280.
Is it 80?
Oh,
I was gonna say 40.
But
You
still, no. He
said
didn't make the
nothing,
argument.
Raja.
You made the argument. You just fucked yourself because you just contradicted what you were fucking saying.
Take the mic off. Take the mic
damn,
off. It feels
dude.
good.
Oh,
Take it off.
God damn it.
Rip the mic off.
Punch him with it. Punch him with it.
It feels good, doesn't it? Grab that mic and tear it off that stand.
God, Gavino, you're such an idiot. You can't make an argument.
But can I tell you guys something too? I mean, metric. It's great that they have a base 10 for that, but their base is it's all based on ridiculous garbage anyway. Like a meter is based on how far light travels in like 0.000 to the 10th power 98.
Have you ever?
% of a second? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, there has to be like a standards definition
I
somewhere.
understand.
Have you ever
yeah.
looked up the definition of a second and what a second is and why the second is a second long?
Why is that?
I don't know, it's to do with like it's just weird. You should read it. I mean, it's pointless bringing it up now because I don't know and you don't know what it is. But
Right.
look it up. It's really complicated.
Way to bring up something you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You know,
yeah, well, there you go.
Swatch tried to introduce metric or base 10 time. Like everyone uses hours. There's no such thing as metric time.
Mm-hmm.
There should be though. Do you not think it's weird that it's like 59, and then it goes to 6, and it goes to 1? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be good, but it'd be hard to switch.
It would be.
We made a big push for metric here in the 70s, and then
Big push.
It died fast, really fast.
I'm a big metric fan.
You like? So do you use inches or centimeters?
No, I use inches. I use because it's a fucking standard here. I mean, I use what we have as a standard, but I think metric's better.
How many
And you don't-
things in an inch?
There's 2.4 centimeters in an inch.
But what's an inch?
1/12 of a foot. I don't know. What are you asking? I don't understand.
I'm
your
saying,
question.
is there a smaller unit than an inch?
Half inch.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you start breaking the inch down. Half inch, quarter inch.
5/8 of an inch. 11/16
Is
of
there
an
something
inch.
smaller than a millimeter, Gav?
Yeah.
Trillimeter.
Technically, there are like nanometers.
Nanometers,
Yeah,
picometers.
used for processor
Yotta.
measurements.
What? Gus, you'll know this stupid question.
Oh,
There's
no,
a-
I'm not
there's
going to
like-
know this, am I?
There's 1,000 terabytes in a petabyte, right?
Right.
So what's 1,000 petabytes?
It's a.
It's an irrelevant byte.
I think it's a. I think it's a yottabyte, isn't it?
I think.
Yeah, a byte.
No, I think.
No, I think it is.
I think there's a yottabyte,
Oh, is it yotta?
but I think there's stuff in between that. There's like exobyte. And
Somebody made that
it
up.
might be an exobyte.
God, a byte.
Good lord.
We'll look it up. We'll put it in the link.
But
to
do you
satisfy that.
think that we'll get to because obviously storage is becoming an issue with
Yes.
computers, and we're like the standard now is to buy like a terabyte drive, whereas before it'd be like 250 gig or whatever. But do you think it'll get to the point where we're using petabytes and exabytes, or will they just come up with a new thing to store data?
I mean, they'll come up with new media, yeah, but the measurements
but it'll
will
still be
the
bytes.
same, yeah.
But can't you have something?
It's
When
all
you
right.
store,
You'd have to have a fundamental shift away from like digital computing to untie yourself from that byte structure.
so is that like could you store something holographically?
Yeah, there's already holographic storage.
But it's bytes still.
Yeah.
So there's like gigabyte holographic storage.
They're much bigger than that, but yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
It won't ever be that big a shift, simply because it's always relative. Like when we started working with computers, Gus and I would talk about kilobytes and megahertz, and it didn't seem like that big a shift to move from kilobytes to megabytes to gigabytes to now terabytes. If you talk to me talking in the kilobyte world and talking about terabytes, I'd be like, what the hell is a terabyte? I would never understood.
Yeah, we're always going up by
Yeah.
a factor of 10.
Like
so
there's a
it's not
time
that
where
great.
like as the new thing, the next one up approaches, like people get used to it and then you buy that.
Because you
But-
can put
but
it, you
for the
can put
one
it, you can
that's-
put it in context. Like this new thing is 100 of my or 1,000 of my old things.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to know like what company has the most storage in the world? It's got to be Google, right?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Tupperware.
Or is it like the Pentagon?
You'd be surprised, like
Tupperware.
where we
Stupid.
the co-location facility where we have our servers. I went. Wasn't that funny?
That was funny to me, man. That was funny to my head.
I thought I heard him say it. I was like, "That's fucking stupid."
That's so dumb.
And then like 5 seconds later, it's for some reason the funniest thing ever.
All right, I'm leaving.
All right.
Leaving.
All right. All right. Oh, Jesus. All right, we're done.
Peace out.
Bye.
That was an abrupt end. See you next.